How shameless can one person be? This generation of the iPhone 17 is great, but when compared to the Xiaomi 17, Xiaomi not only beat the iPhone 17, but it also outperforms all the models in the iPhone 17 series in real-world tests. Why do we call it the Xiaomi 17? Because it's so powerful. We priced it at 4,999 yuan.
不好意思，雷总，我用
Sorry, Lei Jun. I took a look at the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max through the lens of an iPhone 17 Pro Max, and Xiaomi's approach may actually make people like me, loyal Apple fans, dislike Xiaomi even more. Please, Lei Jun, please don't take down my video. Alright, I'll go easy on it. The Xiaomi 17 Pro Max feels a bit like the iPhone 12 Pro Max, a 6-year-old model, especially when using TikTok. It feels very similar. Also, the body is a little thick, almost like a brick. It is not one piece, but assembled. The screen feels a bit off. How should I describe it? It's slightly too bright, not as smooth. It doesn't have the comfortable tuning that Apple offers.
The new Xiaomi 17 Pro has a bug. Look, I can't click on this. What's going on here? This works, but this doesn't. I can't search for anything. Let's check the left side. It's fine. But on the right side, nothing happens. See, on TikTok, the search button works, but when I switch to Xiaohongshu, it doesn't respond at all. Could it be that the app's compatibility isn't set up right? Anyone who bought the Xiaomi 17, have you encountered the same problem as me?
The Xiaomi 17 has a bug on launch. The camera doesn't work. It's really laggy. On the second day after Xiaomi 17 Pro Max was launched, I switched out my 14 Ultra for the 17. I watched the whole launch event, and at home, I have a lot of Xiaomi smart home products. But how can they compare with Apple? I really wanted to support Xiaomi, but this situation is really disappointing for Xiaomi fans. The new Xiaomi 17 Pro won't even boot into the system. I've rebooted it so many times, at least a dozen times, and it still won't work. I've tried everything.
买到真的小米手机了。
I really got the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max. I just bought it the other day, and after activating it, I used it for less than 2 days before noticing that the wide-angle photos were really blurry. Dust got into the lens, and no matter how much I wiped it, the dust wouldn't come off. A video shared online describes the experience of a user. My Xiaomi 17 Pro Max shattered the same day I got it. I hadn't even inserted the SIM card yet. I just checked the phone, and the outer screen cracked. It can't be repaired, only replaced with a new one.
This morning, I brought my newly bought Xiaomi 17 to work, but when I saw my colleague's iPhone 16 Pro, I was really shocked.
It looks so similar. Oh my goodness.
It really does look the same from every angle.
Especially the color, it's exactly white. I can't take it anymore. Same size, same font, even the logo is the same. Guys, take a look at this. This is Xiaomi's magnetic charging pad, and it's almost identical in color to iPhone's. The design language, it's not Xiaomi's at all. It's clearly iPhone's design. Another user shared, I just got the Xiaomi 17. My game character was glitching, and the screen kept flashing during gameplay. It wasn't dropped or damaged, but it stopped working. In the comment section, some users expressed their frustration. Lei Jun, how can you compete with Apple with this kind of quality control? I've always used Xiaomi, to be honest. I buy it for the price. It's good as a backup phone, but the system is terrible, and the battery drains quickly. If you want a flagship, just go for an iPhone. iOS is way ahead of the Chinese brands. On September 26, Xiaomi's stock price in the Hong Kong market suddenly dropped. By the afternoon, the drop had intensified, with the stock closing down 8.1% at 54.7 Hong Kong dollars per share. This came as a stark contrast to the high energy at the previous day's press event. On the evening of September 25th, Lei Jun, Xiaomi's chairman, delivered his 6th annual speech unveiling the new Xiaomi 17 series. The lineup includes 3 models, the standard version starting at 4,499 yuan, the Pro series at 4,999 yuan, and the Max series at 5,999 yuan. In his speech, Lei Jun emphasized that chips are crucial to Xiaomi's success. He committed at least 10 years of investment in developing their own mobile SoCs with a budget of at least 50 billion yuan. According to Lei Jun, Xiaomi has gone all in on this development while also pursuing car manufacturing, putting significant pressure on him. This year's annual speech from Lei Jun was a bombshell. It wasn't the technology that shocked, but the public reaction, which was overwhelmingly negative. Xiaomi's official slogan boldly claimed the phone as the king of backlighting. However, attentive users noticed that in the fine print below the slogan, it stated that this was merely the design goal, not an actual achievement. In today's fiercely competitive mobile camera market, backlighting has always been a major challenge for users. Xiaomi seized on this pain point, aiming to address it with this slogan. However, users quickly realized that the king of backlighting was just a marketing gimmick, sparking an outcry. Is there anyone who could do something about this? This industry has no standards anymore. The poster clearly says king of backlighting, but then there's this tiny text at the bottom saying, king of backlighting is my design goal. Is this just mocking us? According to your logic, can I say I'm the world champion? And if anyone challenges me, I could just say, being the world champion is my goal? Can I even fake my degree, saying I graduated from Peking University, and when someone checks, I just say, graduating from Peking University is my goal? I used to think Lei Jun was a sincere guy, but now it's all just word games. The large and small text on Xiaomi's poster is just blatantly trampling on the dignity of us Xiaomi fans. Before today, I was a huge fan of Xiaomi products. This situation has hit me hard. It feels like my belief has collapsed. I suddenly feel like my mind is clearing up, and I feel so angry inside. What are these brands and products doing on our land? Either we have car brands with powerful legal teams that spend their time suing their own customers, or we have a mobile phone brand that constantly plays on national sentiment. And now, well, here comes another brand that's used marketing to completely crush its own fan base. I feel so conflicted. To be honest, Lei Jun may have really messed up this time. Xiaomi's marketing is taking a massive hit. The king of backlighting as a design goal, how could they do this? I'm the type of person who has thick skin, but even I've never done anything like this. I think Xiaomi's PR department has completely messed up, and now the online opinion is overwhelmingly negative. It feels like it's spiraling out of control. I think Xiaomi shouldn't have done this. Questions arose about whether the small print on the poster violated legal regulations. A legal vlogger shared. First, let's be clear. This behavior is definitely illegal. According to Article 4 of the advertising law, the content of advertisements must be truthful and clear. It must not deceive or mislead consumers. Article 8 further specifies that misleading or deceptive content is considered false advertising. Xiaomi is using exaggerated, absolute terms like king of backlighting to promote a goal it hasn't achieved, presenting key information in an extremely subtle way. This could be considered misleading advertising. Additionally, Article 8 of the Anti-Unfair Competition Law prohibits businesses from making false or misleading commercial promotions. Besides the king of backlighting claim, Xiaomi promoted the Xiaomi 17 as the strongest standard flagship in Xiaomi's history, the Xiaomi 17 Pro as Xiaomi's finest small-size technological imaging flagship, and the Xiaomi 17 Pro Max as Xiaomi's strongest technological imaging flagship ever. In terms of specs, the Xiaomi 17 features the world's first Snapdragon 8 Gen 5, a chip built using the latest 3nm processor. It includes a dual large-core design at 4.6 GHz and a new desktop-level architecture with 50% more graphical power. The Xiaomi 17 Pro series also features a back screen that enables selfies using the main camera. It could display the time and other useful information with customizable clock themes and real-time capture displays. Lei Jun also mentioned that the Xiaomi 17 series makes a significant breakthrough in screen technology, offering high brightness, clear display, and energy efficiency. It uses the latest M10 screen light emitting technology with a breakthrough in red light emitting materials, achieving a top global light emission efficiency of 82.1 CDA. Lei Jun confidently stated, every detail of the Xiaomi 17 matches the iPhone in terms of precision and quality. The Xiaomi 17 series all feature the new Surge OS 3, Xiaomi's self-developed operating system. However, the phone's smooth performance has been questioned by users. Many Xiaomi 17 users reported significant lag, even compared to older models. The phone is particularly slow when downloading content. The Xiaomi 17 failed in its bid for the high-end market, struggling with performance. Xiaomi 17 Pro also experienced various bugs, leading to many negative reviews. Guys, I've been using the Xiaomi Pro Max for 2 days now, and let me break down a few points for you. First, the phone started off heating up, but it's a bit better now. but for some reason, the camera heats up a lot. As soon as you open the camera, it gets really hot, especially after 2 minutes. The heat is transferred through the metal frame to the sides, so when you hold it, both sides get really hot. Second, the back screen. Check this out. Normally, you could just tap the camera to activate the back screen, but it's a bit weird. It's so small, and I know the front screen is full size, but why can't they optimize the back screen? Third, when I open it from the front, the back has no buttons. So if I want to adjust the zoom from the back, I have to turn off the front, then open the camera from the back. Doesn't that seem unnecessary? But even when the back screen opens, the camera works fine, but it lags. Honestly, the back screen isn't optimized well. Now I get why they don't show apps or WeChat notifications on the back. It's too slow. On September 27, Xiaomi announced that the Xiaomi 17 series broke sales records on its launch day. However, Chinese online users didn't respond with enthusiasm, instead mocking the brand and commenting that no one they knew was using Xiaomi. This is a shopping complex in a new first-tier city. Let's take a look at the foot traffic. I filmed the Apple Store before, and after the iPhone 17 release, the store is packed with people. There are a lot of videos showing people lining up for the Xiaomi 17. Is this a fake Xiaomi store? Yesterday, the Xiaomi 17 series officially went on sale. Let's visit a Xiaomi store and check the sales situation. Right now, the store is basically empty. You can see the display phones here, but there's no one around. It's quite different from the sales situation in bigger cities. How's the Xiaomi 17 selling in your area? Where are all the people? Who's buying Xiaomi? Some Weibo users accuse Xiaomi of inflating sales numbers, as no actual figures were released. On September 29th, an analyst at TF International Securities, Ming-Chi Kuo, wrote about the Xiaomi 17 series sales. Industry surveys show that the shipment of the Xiaomi 17 series will decrease significantly by about 20%. The original target was 10 million units, but if future pricing and marketing strategies do not improve, the total shipment may fall below 8 million units, which is lower than the 15 series. Kuo's analysis suggested that the primary reason for the lowered sales was weaker than expected demand for the standard model, which is expected to account for 50 to 55% of the total sales, but only made up 15 to 20% post-launch. One key reason for the poor performance of the Xiaomi 17 standard version is that the iPhone 17 standard model performed better than expected in the Chinese market. Xiaomi's brand image has long been tied to cost effectiveness. It quickly built a larger user base by offering affordable phones. Now Xiaomi is focusing on high-end models, capturing the Chinese market with a 24.7% market share in the 4,000 to 5,000 yuan price range. The next step is to push into the 6,000 plus yuan price range. However, many loyal Xiaomi fans complain that Xiaomi, once known for its affordability, has lost its way in recent years. Its technology hasn't kept up, and its prices are now on par with Apple's.
I noticed that recently Xiaomi's reputation shifted from being praised all over the internet to being mocked. Xiaomi skipped the 16 and went straight to the 17, calling it the 17 Pro Max, just like Apple. Lei Jun even mentioned Apple over 50 times during the launch event, claiming both hardware and software would be comparable to Apple's. From the store's display to the customer service on the first day of sales, everything mirrored Apple's style. Some users jokingly said, "Are they going to change the name to Apple?" What seems to bother people the most is the pricing. The iPhone 17's cheapest model is a little over 5,000 yuan, while Xiaomi's starting price is 4,499 yuan. Keep in mind that Apple's prices were similar 10 years ago, and now Chinese brands are getting more expensive. This could be the main reason for people's dissatisfaction.
Xiaomi doesn't lack attention or discussion, but it lacks consumer trust. Many question Xiaomi's branding and marketing strategies, accusing the company of copying international brands like Apple without fostering independent innovation. Chinese economist Guo Jinhui posted a video on Douyin saying, "After skipping the Xiaomi 16 and going straight to the Xiaomi 17, the internet exploded." Some people said, instead of releasing the Xiaomi 17, why not just release the Xiaomi 18 and get a head start? Many people have asked me what I think about this, so here's my opinion. First, I've always felt that Lei Jun's marketing is just opportunistic. Following Apple 17 in this way essentially admits that Xiaomi is not on the same level as Apple. It's like they're copying Apple. I personally feel a bit frustrated about it. If you look at Xiaomi over the years, you'll see that they've always been playing the role of a follower, focusing on cost effectiveness. They made the Baosher Mi to mimic Porsche, the Fa La Mi to mimic Ferrari, and now they're copying the iPhone 17 with the Xiaomi 17. With this kind of marketing, Xiaomi, as such a big company in China, I do respect Lei Jun, but honestly, this kind of marketing based on hype and imitation just isn't sophisticated. By imitating Apple 17, Xiaomi is essentially bowing to it. I still believe that Chinese entrepreneurs should have their own independent strategic thinking. They should be forging their own path.